Hello everyone, this is Donna coming to you again. I wanted to give you an update on where I am with everything all in one book. I got intrigued with the One Book July and decided to use a ring binder in the month of July. And I was so compelled to continue doing everything in one place that I decided to use my traveler's notebook. I think it was about a 7 by 4 inch cover that I used in August, and then in September I wanted to try the third and final format. As I see it, there are three basic formats for planners. One is a ring binder, the second would be the traveler's notebook concept, and the third would be book-bound binders, much like the fauxbonichi. I set up a fauxbonichi using a poppin from Staples, and it was one I had been using, so I just repurposed it for what I wanted to do for the month of September. So let's get on with seeing what happened in September. This has a nice band that kept everything in place when the book was closed. I cordoned off the front part of the book that had been used with this little sleeve that I made, and this holds a little bit of washi tape. I had some stickers in here. So the month of September, the calendar, as you can see, was very, very full. Anything in pink is medical, so this was a very busy medical month for me, and as a result, October is going to be the very same. But we'll get to that a little bit later. So, I had the month to begin with, and then I began on my days. You can see that this was a very busy day. I was eager to get started. I did a little tangling here. I was doing an aha moment. I'm recording how I feel. I've been having some health issues and decided that to record those days that I'm not feeling well at all on. You can see on the second, a little more here, flea treated the pups. And here's a little saying. It says, in matters of style, swim with the current. In matters of principle, stand like a rock. That was by Thomas Jefferson. But I used the bullet format. I would make some notes just to have something for posterity. And I was doing my aha moment. Then moving on to the next day, you can see I did another little tangle here. I am not one that is prone to decorating, but I did learn that this brought out the scribbler in me, and a little bit of doodling with my watercolors. This, by the way, is an osprey nest that stands on the marsh in front of my house. I live on the coast of North Carolina. By the way, if you hear any thuds or any loud noises, it is the wind today. It is so strong that everything in the yard is moving around on its own accord. So here's one of the precursors to why I'm having some difficulty now, is I fell over a table and landed on my right shoulder, and it has caused a great deal of consternation on my part and a great deal of discomfort. Here is a little fish house I did. I did not finish this one, but it's an old fish house, and normally you would see crab pots out front and maybe a skiff tied up to the dock and what have you, but I just stopped at that moment. Then moving along, you can see I'm continuing on. Some days are full of bullets and some just have one. Like here was a busy day with quite a number of bullets in it. I thought this little saying was kind of neat. When you seek answers, first look within. I'm a firm believer that what you need to know is inside you, and that you will find the answers that you need right there inside of you. You just haven't thought about them. I have become totally enamored with pickled beets lately, so I decided in pickling some beets I would also pickle some peaches on that particular day, which I did. A little bit more Zentangle. I am a survivor. Yes, I do fall within that category. You can see here I was feeling puny on this day. This day was not too much in it because I did a little tangling, but it was really a blah day. Not feeling well today. Spent most of the next day in bed. As you can see, I just scratched down, and just a blah day. Next day was a full day. I was behind on some of the things I wanted to accomplish, so I got busy on that next day. Over here, I joined the Planner Addict group, and these little pieces came in my Planner Addict box. And one of the things I've really been focusing on is when you give someone else a smile, invariably you will get a smile back. I just don't know what it is about the human nature. And it makes you feel better when you do receive a smile in return. Here's another piece of tangle art that I was doing that day. You can see this little piece of tangle art created a little worm. This is a lot of stuff about the car and some medical calls I had to make and getting some things in line. Another little piece of tangle art here on the 17th. I did a tip in here because I had used up the space. Because this is a Great Day Smile, and I ended up having a very good day that day. Don't know if it's because of the prompt or it's just, do who I am or what. One of the things that happened during the month is that I was enrolled in cardiopulmonary rehab, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that, but I'm getting focused on that as we speak. Here's another little tangle. This was a very small little tangle just of spirals. This was a tangle. I was just sitting watching out on the deck, and I noticed that several of my sedum were in fall bloom, so I decided to watercolor those in just a little bit and kind of show you that. There's a huge old oak tree out my living room window, and I colored that. Super 2 days. So, moving along. And there's a quote from Mark Twain: "You're never wrong if you do the right thing." I've also heard it stated as doing right means doing the right things. Here's a quote I picked up. We're who we are based on what we learn. I really don't remember where I got that. It was on the back of an envelope, so I just tore it and put it in. We've been having an extreme amount of rain here. We had a cold front move in, and then Joaquin was supposed to come towards us. So we are very saturated. In fact, we're having a lot of flooding in my area.